Hello, new students, and welcome to Cottey College. This video is designed to tell you about a course you'll be taking your first fall semester called First Year Writing Seminar, or FWS 101. Listen as some of the instructors of FWS 101 talk about the course, including its unique design and structure, as well as some of the assignments, special events, and other community building elements you can expect to encounter as a student in the course.
The First Year Writing Seminar, or FWS, is a required course for all incoming students at Cottey College. This course prepares our students for success with college-level coursework. The course is designed to help students transition from high school level writing to college level writing. Additionally, it provides them with other essential skills for excelling in post-secondary education, including critical reading, critical thinking, and effective communication skills in general. It also introduces our students to Cottey College's mission of educating women to be contributing members of a global society through a challenging curriculum and dynamic campus experience. To that end, students are trained to appreciate and apply the holistic approach of liberal arts and sciences education, with a special emphasis on Cottey's threads of women's leadership, social and personal responsibility, and global awareness. Most importantly, this course offers an excellent opportunity for every student to create their own learning and social community and develop a long-lasting bond with other students and members of the campus community. On the whole, the FWS course is foundational as it provides students with tools for success in academic coursework, personal enrichment, and professional development, all of which are essential for nurturing lifelong learners, leaders, and citizens.
So, who teaches First Year Writing Seminar? Well, a bunch of people. And we certainly do have faculty who are trained in composition or rhetoric, and they also help to kind of train the rest of us. But we don't just have that. That would be, I think, very efficient. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. However, we have faculty from all of our 4 divisions. We have faculty teaching who primarily teach music, teach physics and astronomy, like myself, computer science, anthropology, international relations. We even have an instructor who is academic staff. And we do get a lot of training from our colleagues who are very much content experts. But why do that? And it's because the writing that we do in our lives is not 5-paragraph essay. It's diverse. It's really, it can be very different, look very different than that. And it's important for us to share with each other. What does that look like? What does an academic paper in physics look like versus anthropology? Where are there similarities? Where are there differences? What is the kind of writing that people do in sort of regular jobs that some of us have worked? So that perspective that we as professionals can bring to show you and help you understand what writing looks like in the real world, as opposed to the sort of fairly formulaic 5-paragraph essay, which is kind of the bread and butter of most high school writing instruction. That writing in the real world is something that is important to see and to have people who experienced it and be able to tell you, like, here's what we're teaching you and why it's different than what you've been learning before, and how it looks in the real world, and why that's something that you can take and you can use and be much more successful with, as opposed to simply sticking with that 5-paragraph essay. Even if you're really good at it, it's probably not something that is going to be as useful to you when you are working a job. Yeah, that different disciplines, and all of us talking together ourselves and talking to you as our students, that's really important and valuable for understanding why this instruction looks different than what you probably had in high school and why it's helpful for you.
All first-year students share in a common reader experience. Each year, the book is selected based on nominations from the Cottey community, and the book is meant to expose students to the Cottey threads: women's leadership, social responsibility, and global awareness. Through the pages of the Common Reader, students get to explore those important concepts and then use those in class discussions and in their own personal writing. A couple of examples of past common readers include Killers of the Flower Moon by David Grann, The Immortal Lives of Henrietta Lacks by Rebecca Skloot, and Just Mercy by Brian Stevenson.
Now, you might be wondering about the specific assignments you'll be doing in FWS. Because the course strives to show how writing is multimodal and spans a wide range of genres, the assignments take several different forms, and you might be surprised to hear that you're going to do much more than just write essays. For example, you might be asked to write and record your own podcast where you talk about your experiences and tell stories about yourself. Or you might write a letter to a future Cottey student about what they can expect when they take FWS. You can also look forward to collaborating with your classmates to create a persuasive text, like an infographic or a poster about a topic that you genuinely care about. In addition to the major assignments, you'll complete some smaller assignments along the way that will supplement your readings, enhance your understanding of the subject matter, and help you prepare for the larger assignments. For example, you can expect to use My Cottey's discussion forum to answer some questions about the required reading and respond to your classmates' answers. And your instructor will probably ask you to do quite a bit of writing in class as well. Consider these types of assignments to be conversation starters that will allow you to participate in and perhaps even lead your class discussions. And there will be even more opportunities to work with your classmates with activities like peer review workshops, where you'll have the chance to both give and receive feedback on your work. The work you'll do in FWS will, of course, give you valuable practice with writing, but it will also allow you to expand your idea about what writing is and what it can do. And in case you think your writing has to be dull, dry, and overly academic, rest assured that you'll have plenty of opportunities to have fun with these assignments and put your creativity to the test.
Special events are coordinated specifically for students enrolled in the first-year writing seminar. Now, these events may change from year to year, but they might include things like the Films for Changemakers. The Films for Changemakers is an event that exposes students to important global issues through film and faculty-led discussion. Or it might include the Women Who Wow panel, a panel discussion that celebrates changemakers taking action on important issues like systematic racism, or sex trafficking, or poverty. Or it could include an event like a trip to the Cottey archives to explore an important piece of Cottey's history, or it might include a party where students get to learn about their Clifton strengths and make a t-shirt with their top 5 results. As I said, the events change from year to year, but these special events are meant to enhance the learning that is done in the first-year writing seminar.
As an interdisciplinary course with several sections, first-year writing seminar classes help students to interact and work with students from other disciplines, which help to foster a sense of community across the campus. Students get to share their experiences with other students, not only in their section, but across the campus. First-year students are able to bond, make friends, learn from, and know more about fellow first-year students. In addition to in-class group and paired activities that students do with students in other majors, they equally interact with them in other first-year writing seminar community events, such as the Women Who Wow events, the Film for Changemakers events, and might even go on an immersion experience trip to places that help students have a better practical understanding of what they have learned in class. Use of a common reader and completion of the same major assignments allow all first-year students to read, study, and work with the same materials, despite being in different sections. All these help create shared experiences among first-year students.
The First Year Writing Seminar strives to develop student skills in writing and communicating more generally. We will critically read or analyze, as well as practice and reflect on many different genres of communication. We emphasize that writing and communicating effectively requires understanding rhetorical concepts. That is, an understanding of audience, the purpose or situation of particular forms of communication, and the type or mode of communication, what we often call genre. It is our hope that the skills we are reinforcing, or ones you are trying out for the first time, that these skills will be transferable to other college courses and beyond. These skills should also help with everyday and professional communication. Finally, we also ask students to critically think about our Cottey threads: women's leadership, social responsibility, and global awareness. These threads appear in relation to many of our assignments, as well as through our common book. Through each year's designated thread, students also reflect on the writing process. And in terms of leadership, one of our major assignments invites students to learn about their own leadership skills and to reflect on how such skills may be applied in collaboration with others. As you may have noticed, I have used reflect a few times. The First Year Writing Seminar definitely stresses writing and communicating as reflective processes. We ask students to reflectively consider their own strengths and weaknesses while engaging with many genres, as well as with other students and their writing.
Thanks so much for watching. On behalf of myself and the other First Year Writing Seminar instructors, we are so pleased that you've chosen Cottey, and we so look forward to meeting and working with you in First Year Writing Seminar.